Hello everyone, welcome to this home office tour. So this video is a bit of an update. I haven't done an office tour video in a very long time. Things have changed a lot. This is a tour of London office and I guess it's like part one of two. So if you'd like to see a tour of the Northern studio, definitely give this video a little thumbs up and let me know in the comments that you would like to see that. So let's get on and let me show you around the London workspace that we've got going on. It's an annoying space because it is a quarter of a circle. So let me show you. So as you can see, it's a giant curve. So that has definitely given us some challenges, like when it came to actually trying to do a layout and furnishing it and stuff like that. And also being a new build, they are built as small as possible, so getting all of the stuff into a kind of one giant living space, again, a little bit of a challenge, but I think I think this works really well. So we're hoping that if you have some kind of, I don't know, challenges with your own interiors, this will be useful and inspirational on that front. So starting over here, we have my desk. Pretty straightforward. I've got one of these lovely grid things behind. We've got a few fairy lights on, but I mean, unfortunately, they do eat batteries like no one's business. Let's actually turn them on. Okay, yeah, the pink one's not really working. That has made no impact at all. Yeah, I had a vision for this, but anyway. So at the moment I've just got some prints up here. So these are our new Print Smart Be Kind collection. There are actually 4 prints in the selection, but I couldn't fit them all up here. That being a bit too cramped. I also like to keep this behind my desk, which is a little card with just some reminders about thinking about how I can be of service to people. It's just one of those things that's really important to me. On my actual desk, we've obviously got computer, standard as you'd imagine. This little unit which has way too many pens in, spare memory cards, eye drops because my eyes just get so dry in the summer. I've also got my little stash of crystals on here, so I've got some clear quartz and some citrine as well that I like to just like play about with, and one of the first ever pin that I designed. So these drawers are just, again, just kind of full of like bits and pieces really. Little props, highlighters. Why do I have 2 pink highlighters? That's weird. Just noticed that. Anyway, must have stolen one of them from the north. Anyway, in this little bucket here, I have kind of current designs, and I'll show you my sticker storage in a minute, because it is sticker storage I think is a bit of a challenge. So with our new sheets, this is a Be Kind pack which I've just been working on. So you've got a September, got our vision book kits here. It's just quite useful to have them here to like flip through and grab when I need them. I also like to keep to-do list and kind of like ideas pad on my desk, just if I have like any thoughts I need to like scribble down on here. Content planner is also here. So today is actually content day, so we'll be working on that a bit later on. Oh, and of course, how could I forget the planner is also, this is a good like bucket for things like that. I got this from it's one of those just like really basic, like, what's it called, Wham Studio. Everybody seems to have these. They're sold like B&M's and Ryman's, all those sorts of places sell them. Not much of interest really in these drawers, apart from this is quite a fun drawer. This is full of vinyl that I used in my silhouette. I haven't been able to do very much with this because I don't have a silhouette here at the moment, but yeah, just a fun drawer. I like opening it and seeing all the colours sometimes. So of course there is always a bucket of coffee on my desk as well, at all times, to keep me topped up. And up here on these shelves, I like to have just like kind of current books and designs. These are actually called like canvas boards, and it's one of my older paintings, and there's another one up there as well. Yeah, I quite like to keep these on display. I don't paint with physical paints as much as I used to. In the pandemic, I had to learn how to do digital painting because I couldn't bring any of my paints with me up north. So, but I still like to do it every now and again. It's quite handy with the, you know, you never run out of paint, or you always have the colours you want, which is always super useful. But I think it's quite nice to do a mix of both. Over here, this little stand, we've got a various amount of notebooks. Quite like to keep them in here, it's really handy. And this is kind of just this This is a sorting out pile, and I like to keep this here because it's in eye line. And I don't like things to get too messy, so I'm like, right, I need to sort this out. This is actually an invite I designed for a wedding, and so I need to RSVP to that. So that's reminding me it's up there. Over here, the TV, this picture I bought at like a little art fair. No idea who the artist is, but I just thought it was really cool, and I liked it, and so I bought it. Yeah, TV, remotes. Under here, this is a bit of a business cupboard. So there's loads of games. I love a game. Here I've got like wires and like stuff like that, chargers. This is a book about my house, which is totally uninteresting. This is interesting. This is like my design archive. So as I was saying, I used to do a lot of more painting, like, and I've kept, and if you are like from the original group, the OG, you may recognize some of these really old designs, but I do like to keep all of them. Like that we once did on a notebook, one of the first ever notebooks we designed. This was the picture that started it all. I was like hungover one Sunday and said, oh, I'm just gonna do some watercolor painting, and I was like, oh, I love art. I forgot how much I love it. Started it all with that one picture, that simple flower collage that I did. Yeah, so I like to keep that. I like to keep all of these just as like a reminder of, you know, I look at these now and I'm like, oh, that's not very good, but it's not really the point of keeping them. The point is to be like, I'll look at that and I'll look at something else I've done more recently. I'm like, wow, I've come a long way, and I think that's really motivating. Got a few more like various canvas boards and things like that in here. Yeah, like to keep them so I can paint over them and kind of start again. Over here, this unit is totally misused really. It's one of those fab IKEA units that you can kind of do anything with, but in this tray I actually keep all of the stickers, which we have so many designs. Oh my god, okay. We have so many designs. Let's see if I could do this one-handed. Yes, it's all fine. We have so many designs that I try to kind of sort them out into themed pack, to just try and organise them as samples a bit more. If anyone has any like good ways of storing stickers, please let me know. I think it's quite challenging. Down here on this row is things that I actually need to photograph. So we've got a bunch of old cards here that I really wanted to put onto the outlet store that I need to photograph. We also got these sample paper clips. Ages ago. They're coffee cups, and I wasn't sure about them. Mum really liked them, never done anything with them, so they're just there. Here, a couple of laptops, work laptop, other laptop. Down here, so this is when I used to make all the stickers here, I had a system of storing them in this box when they were like done, ready to go, and this was kind of like my storage area. And I don't know, I don't do that anymore, because it didn't really work when I was doing it all here. We kept having to like make more than we actually needed and try and guess what people were going to order, and we just ended up with so many designs it just didn't work. So yeah, this whole unit is kind of a bit, it needs a total reorganise, not gonna lie. I would actually quite like to just cupboard all of it, just to like block it all out, so don't really like clutter. What is useful is in here I do have photography samples, so if I need to like grab stuff for photos, that's in there, and like old cellos again from when I used to, you'll probably see like old studio vlogs and stuff where I'm like cutting loads of stickers, popping them in the cellos, sending them back, and we like to reuse stuff as much as possible, which is why they're all kind of reused. These are just a total mess, and kind of scared to show you what's in here. Yeah, mess. More drawers just full of bits and pieces, not very interesting. More mess in there, and just personal files and stuff in the bottom one, so not really interesting. Yeah, so I kind of need to like reorganize all of that at some point, but as a rule this unit has been super useful. This little nifty friend is also from IKEA. I tend to use it as a coffee table, just move it around wherever I need it. I quite often like to sit here in this chair and do designing and stuff, so it's the iPad. notifications. Get an iPad with a thing for your pencil if you're a designer. This, I was always like, where's my pencil? And it's always in here now. So yeah, top tip. Yeah, so over here I have a photography station this set up. Total game changer for me having this. Not having to put these lights up all the time every time I use them. You've probably seen I used to set up over on my desk, and I used to have to pull an extension cord out. I used to have these lights. It was just annoying. So yeah, I've set up this kind of little area to do photos. So I've just recently been taking pictures of the September kit here, so that's why that's out still, so I need to take some more. And I like to use these Foamex boards on the back. These are a bit worse where I do need to get some new ones, but they're really handy for just creating a white background, and the light quite nicely just like reflects off them, so you get a bit more of a balanced lighting when you photograph with those or something like that in the background. Yeah, I just keep out some props, a little plant. This is just from Asda Living. Frame, so I can like to interchange the print in there, and some paper clips as well. Here we have just a stand, moves around. It's quite big and bulky, but could not film and do things without it, so super useful. Up here are all of my books. I think this is the most exciting. So I've got up here, like, I like to keep all of my old journals, forever. Various books. This is all my business books. I have not read these yet, so I've got a stack to read, and these I have read. And then over here we have more politics books and some DVDs. Yeah, I'm old school, I still have a DVD player. Yeah, so my favourite book out of this has probably got to be 5am Club by Robin Sharma. I do prefer, actually, I'd like to get a physical copy of his newer book, The Everyday Hero Manifesto. Must read, it's such a great book. I absolutely love it. I've bought it for my friends and stuff, it's so good. Yeah, it's definitely the best book of his I've read. I like to listen to things on audiobook and then get a physical copy, so I can like go back and reread different bits and like save bits and stuff. Yeah, down here I kind of want to get like doors for all of this actually as well. Various little trinkets, and little Corella Mini. She's so cool. But yeah, everything just gets quite dusty, as you can probably see. And yeah, so I quite like to just get it all cupboarded up, to be fair. Down here is our samples cupboard. What the samples that I have here, this again all really needs sorting out. Various like props and things that I've collected over the years. Yeah, various samples that we've got over the years. Over there we have more art. Yeah, more art. Like boards and stuff with paintings. Ones are slightly bigger boards and some spare Corex. This is one of my machines. I've just got it covered up to protect it from dust, and this, I'm not gonna lie, this is so messy down here. Also, my print looks like it's fallen up. Yeah, down here it's super messy. I've got another ring light down here. It's okay, I wouldn't recommend it, it's not that great. This is something that my dad made for me because he's a flipping genius, to help me do like flat lay videos with my phone. So we've just got a little phone thing in here and it's really good. Yeah, and it's just generally quite messy with plugs and stuff, but it's quite useful having that extension lead there so I can charge the camera when I need to. One of the things I find working from home and then working on my business from home as well is to have kind of, even in this one, because it's based like one whole space, is to mentally kind of zone areas for different things. So when I'm journaling, I always sit on this sofa that I'm sat on now. I do not work from this sofa at all. I never allow myself to work from this sofa. But mentally, I know that when I come and actually sit here, I'm not, like, this is not a place to be thinking about work. So I always have my journal nearby. So that when I come and sit here on a morning and get a coffee and do some journaling, it's like a really nice prompt as well to do that. So definitely, if you're like working from home and things like that, think about how you can, like, even just as simple as having a chair that you don't sit in to do working can make such a big difference. Like just mentally. Yeah, so little top tip there for you. So this is pretty much it for the tour. I think I've shown you everything. There isn't that much to see, but definitely let me know if you want to see a tour of the Northern Studio, which is where we make all the stickers and we do a lot more from there, so it's probably a bit more interesting. But yeah, from a design perspective, sort of designing, photographing, making content, this is kind of my setup and how I make it work working from home. Not ideal, still the dream to get my own workspace properly and merge the studios together at some point. Who knows where in the country that might be? I don't know. I'm in London and Mum's in North Yorkshire, so who knows what might happen. Anyway, yeah, I'm rambling again. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this tour. Let me know if you would like to see a tour of the Northern Studio, as I say, and I will see you all again very soon.